Hello, and welcome to episode 45 of the Roll Jump Media podcast. I am joined once again on this Saturday by my co hosts, Jose and Luis. What is up, guys? How is it going today for y'all?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's been good. Excited that we're on our way out of May and going into E3 territory. Um, Pretty
That's
excited.
that's right, that's right.
Same. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, same thing with like Jose. It's exciting. We're finally done with May. This is the last Saturday of May. Two more Saturdays for the start of E3, and I am hype.
Yes, sir. So I was gonna ask y'all, like the pre-E3 hype gauge, where is it at? But it seems like it's getting pumped up quite
Bro.
heavily.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I shouldn't be getting too hyped, because we tend to get a little disappointed sometimes. But
Yeah,
I mean, last year we didn't have it, and I can't help myself.
it's
But yes,
understandable, mate.
I'm like an out of 10. I'm like an 8.
Oh, okay. And we still got a good change before then and now. So
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm at a 7.
seven's really high too. Still, seven's pretty high. So, and then plus all the stuff we're going to be talking about today, all the freaking E3 caliber things that we would get during E3 usually are happening sooner. So, man, there's a lot to talk about. So let's get into that pretty soon. The things we're going to be talking about today, there was a lot of news that happened this week, and a lot that I'm not going to list them right here. Stick around to figure out all the stuff that happened and our thoughts about them if we found it potent enough to talk about, as well as the Horizon Forbidden West State of Play. We're going to be talking about that, and I have some questions for my panelists about Nintendo's direct during E3. We assume they're going to have a direct during E3. They're going to be showing up, and I want to know their thoughts about what that'll be like, what their hype levels are for that, and what they think might be shown. So that'll like outline our podcast. But before we get into all of that, you already know the deal. What we've been playing. So, Luis, take it away, brother.
All right. So, similarly or similar to last week, I've been playing, uh, I think, pretty much the same games. Um, yeah, pretty much the same games that I was playing last week. Uh, on my 2DS, I've been playing Detective Pikachu. Um, I'm on chapter. Actually, last night I started chapter 7. I want to think I'm halfway through chapter 7. Um, so that will mean that I need like two more chapters. Um, so I'm putting in some minutes here and there on Detective Pikachu. Then on my PS5,
Hmm.
I'm sort of like taking a not a break, but I haven't been gaming on my PS5 as much lately.
Hmm.
Recently I finished Resident Evil Village, so I'm sort of like I'm not playing anything right now. I finished the part one of the Spider-Man DLC, and I started
Sick.
uh, the the second part, but I haven't finished or anything. But yeah, I've been playing that whenever I have time. Some Apex time here and there. I Right now actually it's currently updating,
Mm.
and there was like a big update as well. Uh, I think last week. So I haven't really been playing Apex that much due to that, to the updates. But I was able to get in a few games here and there.
Yeah.
And then What else? And then on the Switch, I think that's the place where I've been spending more time on. On the Switch, I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise, and I mean,
Oh,
you know, Goaty. I think I'm on like hour. I mean, 94 hours, maybe 98 hours, something like that.
dog, I'm at 70
Like,
something.
yeah. I don't know. I think I have a problem with Monster Hunter.
Dude, that's
Hey,
amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, I just like doing the hunts. Even the ones that I don't require to to go to the next urgent quest. Like
Hmm.
I've been doing all of them. I have like a little check mark on all of the hunts, the quests.
Nice.
So I've been doing that. And, I don't know. It's just that game. Yeah,
That
I
game.
have been having so much fun. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I haven't been playing anything else, anything new. Yeah, I was thinking, and we'll get into it. Well, actually, yeah, we'll get into it later. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what I've been playing.
All right. So I had a wanted a question to ask you for a little while
Mhm.
now about specifically something about Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Um, to avoid spoilers, refer to the timestamps in the description. You already know about like the switch skill quests
yeah,
that you can take. Have you done the one for the charge blade?
yeah. Actually, I think 2 days ago. Actually, I was trying it yesterday. Um,
Bro.
it's really cool. The one that you hit the ground with the axe, right, or hit the
Uh-huh.
monster with the axe, and then you jump up and then bring it back down with a charge.
Right. It's like you don't have to worry about going to the axe mode and all that
Hmm.
stuff. You can just like dish it out from wherever you are
Right.
basically, which is really sick.
Yeah, I was trying it out, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's gonna be my preferred way to play, I think. I think that's just it's just too good, too fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Yo, I wasn't expecting you to say Monster Hunter Rise. I thought you were gonna say something like Pokemon Snap.
No, I haven't been haven't been able to play. Well, I mean, I could play it, but I feel like there's other games that I have on my back catalog to play first.
I think Jose just felt a little betrayed, just slightly.
Nah, I'm numb to his disrespect.
Disrespect? What do you mean?
All right, Jose.
All right, yeah, I guess you're next. To say
Okay, you were gonna say something else, or are you good?
no. That's all.
Okay.
Well, for me, nothing has changed much from last time. I've only been playing one thing, and that's new Pokemon Snap. I'm still enjoying that. Trying to get all the all the shots and secret interactions and all that. Um, but I mean, I'm definitely reaching a point where I'm playing less and less every time I get on.
Mm,
So I think I am reaching like that uh, point of saturation. Um, and I mean, I hope to 100% it, but yeah, I'm not as invested into it anymore. I guess like the hype is dying down, but I definitely do want to get into to other games. Um, I know Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a game that it's still there. And I'm hoping to get to it.
mm-hmm,
And there's tons of games on the PS5 that my brothers have downloaded and played through, and games that I definitely want to get into, um, just because I don't want to like limit myself. And I mean they're there, um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more games, but it's I mean it's difficult because everyone else is playing it as well, so kind of
yeah,
having to take turns. But yes, that is my plan. But yes, just Pokemon Snap, taking it slow. Um,
yeah.
hopefully with the E3 hype, I'll I don't know, revive the gamer in me.
Got you, got you. I feel every time Jose talk, or a lot of times Jose talks, it feels like it's a confessional. Like, yeah, I've been playing this one game, taking it easy. Like, it's all
Yes.
good, Jose. You gotta follow your heart, man.
No, I know,
Hype,
I know. I'm not.
hype that up. Like you enjoying Pokemon Snap, that's my you know what I mean? Just like hype that
Yes.
up, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I know it's it, but but yes, looking
Cool,
forward to more.
cool, cool, cool. All right, so I guess that'll be me next. Um, let's go ahead and go with I'll just go past because I really want to talk about Scarlet Nexus, but there's other things I want to talk about too. So, quick ones: Apex Legends, still playing that. Missed a couple days, I think, to do the challenges, but it is what it is. You sometimes you just want to play another game more, and it just takes a back seat for temporarily, but it's still really fun. Um, let's see what else. Mass Effect, baby. So I did finish the first Mass Effect, and I moved on to Mass Effect 2. So my playthrough, like you guys probably got a sense of how I played Mass Effect. It was, exhaust the dialogue options, like learn everything there is to know.
Hmm.
Um, I did not do all the side quests, so that would factor into my total playtime. But it took me about 30 something hours to beat the first Mass Effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too much.
No. Uh, granted, that doesn't count. I guess I would probably add another hour because I did die a few times, and then I don't think it counts once you reload. And then I played this game. I'm quite familiar with Mass Effect, so that probably helped quell the time a little bit. But yeah, I guess there's nothing much more to say past what I said last week. You just fall in love with the characters that are there with you. Who you take on the mission matters. Like if you're really invested in the characters, and they'll have different things to say. So say you take two squad mates out of the however many you have, and you see their dialogue options. If you do the mission again, and then you take two different squad mates, they'll have something else to say. I think even if you take just drop one and then take another, they might have something different to say to each other as well. So there's a lot of permutations, different things to enjoy on that front. And I guess the one thing, like the first Mass Effect, your teammates are can be kind of dumb. There are like really simple orders that you can give them, but a lot of the time you'll find them shooting a wall, and the enemy's like behind the wall, and they're like doing no damage, and it kind of gets annoying because they look dumb, but it's just a small price. It's a really small price to pay for all the exploration and the interactions and the fun times you have playing Mass Effect. So I do recommend people give it a try if they have expendable income, have some time, want to try out a new franchise. It's really good. And let's see. And then for the stream, I did play Scarlet Nexus. How much have you guys known about Scarlet Nexus prior to me mentioning it?
I only knew about it um, from the trailers that they've shown.
Okay.
I remember we talked a little bit about, I think it was last weekend. Well, I mean, throughout previous weeks, I mentioned how, like, how I was interested in the game. Like, it's an interesting
Hmm.
game. Um, I was able to see some of you, like some of the gameplay from your stream yesterday.
Okay, sick.
Um, and I mean, I don't know. I think it looks great. Like the how it looks, the art style. It looks really cool. Um, but I don't know. Let me hear you. Let me hear you talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't as familiar as well.
Mhm.
just based off of like the little conversation here and there that we've had.
All right, for sure. So Scarlet Nexus, man. Um, like after I was done with the demo, just like aside to this, the director's like Twitter account, like he's been liking and like retweet or liking slash retweeting. I'm not sure if he does both, but a lot of people's impressions and gameplay snippets and what they think about the game. And our website's like really small, and I tweeted my thoughts about it like at 1 in the morning, and then he just like hit it up with a like, and I felt good, it felt good to be recognized by the director of a game you really like. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Um, but aside from that, about the game, so I guess during the stream, I was saying that this game is like straight dopamine. It is. I said that because a lot of the game hinges on you weaving in attacks that you're used to, like sword attacks or knife attacks. Like your run of the mill, or like what you would think of as an action game, like your three hit combos and your AOE combo, those kind of attacks. But then what makes it special is um, the psychokinesis abilities. So in between doing your combos, you have a psychokinesis ability where you can grab objects in the world and then hurl them at the enemy, and then you follow up back with your weapon attacks, and then that cycle kind of loops on itself, and you can just like have a couple different permutations of how you do it, and you'll have different bonuses depending on what you do first, what you do next. So that loop right there is what really carries this game, and I don't think it would work that well if it was just what it is, if it didn't embrace how anime it is. You know what I mean? Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you guys were gonna
yeah,
say
yeah.
say something. That was a little awkward. It's okay though.
Uh,
Okay, you probably didn't know what I mean. I'll explain a little bit more. So yeah, so if you caught the stream, you can see the aesthetic of the game. It is very anime. It is video game anime, pretty much in its purest form.
Hmm.
And um, like there's two different characters you can play as. There's Yuito and there's Kasane. And Yuito, he has a katana and or a sword, and Kasane has knives that she uses to I think she uses them telekinetically to aim them and do different attacks. So um, those attacks look really flashy. There's lights like coming out of it, and there's different effects to make it look cool and aesthetically pleasing. And then something about throwing those objects at the enemies, it has a certain force to it, like you're actually doing like an impact against the enemy. And there's like I feel like there's a slowdown with it too. It's just like I think the people who were behind it really knew what kind of feeling they wanted the player to to resonate with, and I think they pulled it off pretty well. So if you um, like an anime action game that makes you feel like an anime character, and you just have squad mates to assist you and to provide story, and again with your or also with the people that can come with you, there is a little UI element on the bottom right that gives you different abilities based on what your partners can do. So for example, there can be like an ability that's pyrokinesis, where it imbues your blade in fire. There's another one that lets you teleport through like gates or walls. And what else is there? There's a couple of other things that the game kind of requires you to do in certain situations in order to uh, finish an enemy or or defeat an enemy or to explore the environment. So um, very enjoyable, very enjoyable. And the couple of things that I had that I pointed out, um, the cutscenes are pretty sparse in the demo. I don't know if that'll extend to the main game. Um, I think the cutscenes would make it more, what do you call it, engaging, because right now it kind of has a slideshow kind of presentation where you have a screen with the characters, profiles and the background, and then you click through the dialogue. That took up most of like the exposition. So hopefully there's more cutscenes in the main game, and if there's more weapon combos to unlock, like say you unlock a 4 hit combo or something like a second triangle combo or whatever, that would really help. So uh, other than that, I'm really high on the game. I try to pre-order it, but uh, having trouble deciding what edition I want. So that's the only thing that's stopping me right now. So got to figure that out.
The demo you were playing yesterday was on from the PS5, right?
PS5, yes.
Do you know how long it's gonna be available,
Ooh, I
or
don't.
is
I
it
do
like
not know.
you can play anytime you want, like demo kind of thing?
I got the impression that it's just gonna be up for if you want to just try it.
Hmm.
One of those things that just indefinitely. So
Hmm.
yeah, you should try it. It's not too long either. I played both characters, and once you play the first one, you know how the game works, and it took me less than
Hmm.
2 hours to play, so it was fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Um, I feel like it's definitely a game to look out for.
Yeah, at the very least, just experience like the combat that they put into the game. Like if it's free and you know widen your
Hmm.
video game palette, so to speak.
Is
True,
this
true.
a standalone game or is it a sequel
This is
or
a
a
new
prequel
IP.
or whatever? Oh, okay,
New IP.
all right,
Yeah.
just making sure.
So that's exciting. Always cool to see new IPs come along. But that'll do it for me. You guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So I've mentioned this before. All these news topics, or most of them in most cases, I do reference the kind of funny games YouTube channel, and just want to give them another shout out because they really saved me a lot of time uh, for me to decipher everything and to get everything in place. So thank you for that. And next time I'll try to use the articles that they use to give the writers more recognition. But this time I just kind of searched on the internet. So just wanted to throw that out there. So let's get started. First thing I wanted to mention, Biomutant and Knockout City have been some recent releases that we didn't cover yet, and I just wanted to mention what kind of scores they had on OpenCritic. So first we have Knockout City, and it has an 80 top critic average on OpenCritic, so 80 out of 100. And there's actually a free trial of this game. It is going until May 30th at 5 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, if I'm not mistaken. So I was kind of somebody mentioned this. I think it was Huber from the Easy Allies on Twitter. He said there was a free trial going on. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like if you don't want to spend money on it and you just want to try Knockout City, then that's an option for you. And then we also have Biomutant. Biomutant has an 67 on OpenCritic, top critic average on OpenCritic. And Biomutant is a game that probably people don't know too much about. So I have a description here from PlayStation, from the PlayStation website of the game. Biomutant is an open world post apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG with a unique martial arts based combat system allowing you to mix melee, shooting, and mutant ability action. So, if you're familiar with this game, you might have seen the box art with the character in the front. I'm not sure what that was, so I looked it up on Wikipedia, and they said it's like a mammalian, so mammal character. He kind of looks like a fox, like a mini fox slash rodent kind of thing. So those are two games that I wanted to mention. You guys have any thoughts about any of them?
Yeah, Biomutant. I remember. I think I saw a trailer. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a game that looked interesting. That looked like the art style and it had a lot of good things going for it. And then I started seeing like the reviews lately that it didn't. it didn't live up to those expectations.
Hmm.
And and I mean it was created by like a small group of people, but um but yeah, I mean I think some of the criticisms like that he got it was regarding the combat, uh, and I don't know, I thought it was like it was a little disappointing to hear, because I
Sure.
thought that the game was, when I saw it, when I first saw it, and when I first I heard about it, it seemed like a really like interesting idea and like an interesting game,
Hmm.
and it sort of went like it sort of went MIA for a while as well. So
Yeah.
I kind of forgot that that game was being worked on, until they recently they released it and announced it. Um, so I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. And then Knockout City, uh, I haven't really seen a lot of gameplay for it. I know there is like a trial going on and people have been playing it. Um, I don't, and I think it's like it's the dodgeball game, right? Like people
Yeah.
call it the dodgeball game.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's really cool that there's a free trial for people to give it a try and see if they like it or not. Is that game free to play?
I don't think it is. There's a free trial now, and I believe it's going to be
Hmm.
paid after that's over.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, but for me at least, it's not that interesting to me,
Yeah.
or it doesn't really catch my attention.
Hmm.
But I mean, like you said, right? About the video game palette, or if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. It doesn't, it doesn't hurt or anything to
Right.
try it.
Right. Exactly. Oh, video game palette. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, video game
Yeah. Yeah.
palette.
Yeah. 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 Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just wanted to say, well, for my Biomutant, I don't think I ever saw any trailer or gameplay for that. So, I mean,
Mm.
my expectations were non-existent. So I guess there was no room for me to be disappointed. Um, but I know for Knockout City, it gives me I don't know, for some reason it gives me like Splatoon vibes or
Mm.
um, Arms vibes, and I've I mean it's a game that I would definitely try. It's different. It's I don't know. It's like a quirky um, what is it like concept, um,
Mm.
just like Splatoon and I mean I don't know if I would try the trial, but I mean it's definitely a good thing for it to be available for people. And
Hmm.
I mean I don't know, maybe down the line could be an option.
Got you. Yeah. I guess I will mention that I did have hands-on on Biomutant like in 2019. I did get to play a bit of it, and I wasn't impressed. Like I was kind of hyped for it, but then I got my hands on it, and it just didn't feel right. Something was off about it, and I just didn't. It didn't make my heart sing, to so to speak. So I was kind of expecting it to not be the best,
Mm-hmm.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Next thing that I wanted to mention, we had some Uncharted movie tidbits that came out. This is from Rob Bricken from Gizmodo and Jay Peters from The Verge. There was a screenshot that made its rounds with Mark Wahlberg as Sully and Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. There was also a 2-second clip that was put out to the internet. The movie's supposed to come out February 18th, 2022. And I'm worried about this movie. How do you guys feel? Have you guys seen the stuff? What came out?
I've seen the picture. I didn't know there was a clip. I haven't seen the clip,
Hmm.
but yeah, I saw a lot of concerns. Um, a lot of people just couldn't picture they couldn't see the Nathan and Sully relationship. Um, Based on the picture. Again, I didn't see the clip, so that
Hmm.
may improve impressions, or maybe not. Um, I personally, I mean, from the very beginning, I felt a little, some type of way about the Sully they cast.
Mm.
It's just I didn't see it. I don't see it. Um, and in that picture, one of the things that a lot of people pointed out is that had people not known that those two actors were specifically casted to play those roles, it would be, just any other characters, like any other just random characters.
Mm.
So, I mean, I guess like the essence of Nathan Drake or Sully weren't really there, um,
Yeah.
from the wardrobe and how how they're depicted in that picture. So, uh, I mean, it is a prequel, so the characters are supposed to be younger, but I mean, there's room for concern there, that's been opened up. So we shall see how it goes.
Yeah. Luis, did you have any thoughts about it? I do have a thought that I wanted to share. Just wanted to extend it out to you first.
Yes, similar to what Jose said. And when I first saw the picture, especially like Sully, uh, like I don't know, and I know like the movie, there's gonna be a younger Nathan Drake, right? And
Hmm.
obviously Sully's gonna be younger. But I think throughout the games that we've seen Sully, like the older Sully with the cigar and uh, his mustache, right? Um,
Yeah.
and seeing this, it's kind of like, okay, cool. I mean, it's probably like a scene, I don't know, like a random scene in the movie, right? And it just doesn't, for at least for me, it doesn't really show the unchartedness
Yeah.
of it all. Um, so maybe like in an action scene or something like that, we'll see that. Um, and now that I think about it, Mark Wahlberg, he's very action. Like he's like a lot of his movies, he does a lot of action. So I'm starting to think like, what if Sully is there's he's involved in a lot of action in this movie, and that's something that
Maybe.
we don't really see in the
Mm.
games.
Hmm.
He's sort of like the backup of Nathan, like in terms of like research and transportation, things like that. So
Yeah.
we'll see how where this goes.
Yeah. Yeah, but even in the games, dude, when Nathan was young, like, oh,
Hmm.
Sully was still looking like an old man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know, man.
exactly. Like he would have this like I don't want to say like wise presence, but
Yeah.
it's sort of like experienced presence. It's like he was an
Yeah.
experienced dude.
Exactly.
And honestly, I kind of don't see that with this picture.
Yeah. Same. I was gonna point out the da, 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 like, I don't know if there's like somebody that worked on Uncharted or helped direct Uncharted is on this, but you compare it to what they're doing with I saw with the Last of Us HBO thing, and
Hmm.
I saw that they're keeping the voice actor of Marlene is actually going to reprise her role in the actual show.
Hmm.
So like just the decisions being made there, it kind of instills confidence because I haven't played The Last of Us and I know who Marlene is and the impact of that character. So
Right.
just the decisions they're making there, just like that one announcement makes me more hype than everything that I've seen from Uncharted so far. So I don't know. I don't know if the people behind this project just don't get it, but
Hmm.
I just hope that it
And
does
it's
well.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's kind of strange too because both of them are not like Naughty Dog properties.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they're putting more effort into the show, the Last of Us show, and they just sort of like you know they let the studio do whatever they wanted with the movie Uncharted.
Yeah.
I don't know honestly, but it's strange. I don't know. It's weird because we've seen like a younger Sully and a younger Nathan, right? In Uncharted 3,
Yeah.
like and I'm guessing like maybe this is sort of like I don't know if it's canon. I don't think it is. So when I see them, I sort of picture them. Okay, so like this is like a maybe like a Nathan after the third game, or that section when we saw him like
Hmm.
in Colombia, I think he was. And like you said, even Sully in that, like when Nathan was younger, Sully looked pretty like older already.
Yeah.
Uh, and in this one, we see Nathan like he's still young, maybe like a young adult. But Sully, Sully looks younger too. And I don't know. For me, having played the games, having seen the cutscenes there, and having seen the story there, it's kind of off. It feels off.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think we talked about this enough. You guys ready to move
Yeah.
on?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Cool. Next thing I wanted to mention, Sonic Central. So Sonic Central happened, and there was some news about upcoming Sonic stuff. So this is from Joe Screbbles from IGN. He reported on it. Things that were announced. Sonic's Colors Ultimate was announced, as well as a new Sonic game coming in 2022. Sonic Origins compilation is coming. A free Symphony is going to be happening soon as well, and there was other stuff as well, but those are the things I wanted to mention. You guys big on Sonic? You guys keep tabs on him every once in a while?
Mm,
Honestly, mm, no, I'm not big on Sonic. I never played his games.
Mm,
Uh, I mean, back in what second grade, I think I would play like the Flash version of like the first game. Um,
mm,
but I think that's pretty much it. Like, I've never been a huge Sonic. Uh, I don't. Not that I'm not a fan. It's just that I've never been exposed to Sonic games, and I've never taken the time to actually play them.
yeah,
So it's sort of like meh to me.
got you.
yeah, same here. That's the same experience I've had.
Yeah. I have played a little bit of Sonic. I had a Sonic game on my Game Boy Advance SP. I remember playing it, as well as Sonic Heroes. I talk about that sometimes as well. But not too big on Sonic either. I don't like, especially the 2D Sonic ones. I don't understand the pause and go kind of gameplay. Like it feels really punishing. Like you're going super fast, like oh man, this is really fun, and then a freaking spike comes at you, like within milliseconds, and then it just halts your momentum, and then you just keep going again. I don't understand it, but maybe one day.
Exactly. And that's what I was thinking as well. Like how, uh, like it sort of like it's a fast game,
Hmm.
but then it encourages you to pause, and it's like, well, I don't want to pause. I want to keep going.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Um, it's very from what I've seen, right? And again, I've never fully like played a Sonic game, especially like 2D Sonic. It's very like jumpy and hectic, kind of like okay, well, you have to watch out, and I guess you have to do like a lot of um, trying, and like if you die, you have to go back, and I feel like you die a lot in this game in these games, but
Mm,
again, I don't know. Um,
yeah.
that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not it hasn't really been my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe when we get more of an audience and people come in and share their thoughts, we'll get enlightened why Sonic is a
Right.
big deal. Yeah.
And to provide some input and some recommendations. Uh,
Yes.
and I mean, regarding the event, I did see the event. Um,
Okay.
I did decide to like check it out. And it's cool. It's I felt I had like the similar like vibe with the Super Mario. They showed off like merchandise that was coming out, some Sonic cameos in other games, and and I mean, and obviously like a little tease of the new game.
Hmm.
I think it's cool. It's cool for Sonic fans, and I mean, 30 years is it's a big milestone. So, and Sonic is it's huge in the gaming industry. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Well said. Shall we move on?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. So the next thing that I want to mention, we got some more news about Dying Light 2 and Far Cry 6. So both Dying Light 2 and Far Cry 6 had presentations and gameplay reveals, or more gameplay shown this week, like gameplay trailers, worthy kind of gameplay. What's interesting though is that like if you go on YouTube and you look up like Dying Light 2 or whatever, and you want to see find gameplay, the official website is never first. It's always IGN or some other outlet. I'm like, all right, like why not just put the actual source first? But I guess it depends on relevance.
mhm. Yeah, I hate
But
when that happens. It's always like IGN first or GameSpot, or
yeah,
it's like, yeah.
YouTube's algorithms.
yeah,
I'm assuming. I don't know.
yeah, most likely. But let's see. Okay, so release dates. So Dying Light 2 is going to have a release date. It's going to be releasing on December 7th, 2021, and Far Cry is going to be releasing on October 7th, 2021. So we got some release dates there. Doo-doo-doo. You guys ready to talk about the Pokemon release dates?
Sure.
Okay. So this comes from Lisa Stedt from Digital Spy. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl is going to be coming out November 19th, 2021. The box art for that game was also revealed, and Pokemon Legends Arceus is going to be coming out January 28th, 2022. So I will not rush you through this one. I'm pretty sure y'all have thoughts about it. So lay it on me.
Well, actually, surprisingly, I don't have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, okay.
Um, I did see the release dates, and I mean the uh, Demon and Pro remakes. It's it was to be expected, around November. Usually around those dates is when they reveal, you know, when they release the Pokemon games. I guess to take advantage of like the holiday season. Um, the Pokemon Legends Arceus, that one's coming out a few months later in January, I believe, and um, which is it's kind of switching it up in terms of release dates for Pokemon games. I think only Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advance have been released for during that time, the January um,
Mm,
month. So I mean that's a little interesting. A lot of people were concerned about the gap between both, um, and obviously Pokemon right now is on a very uh, what is it like under scrutiny, under a lot of scrutiny by fans, by people outside of the fandom, um, just because of I think with Sword and Shield, like a lot of questions, a lot of concerns arose. Um, just with the quality and just how much uh, time and effort people put on the games, just because they're on a very strict release, schedule,
mm-hmm,
and have been for a while now. And so the scrutiny is, I think, is at an all-time high, and people are judging every little thing of the games, which is fair enough. I think as a fan, I do feel like Pokemon has uh, how do I put this, have become, what's the word, a little more, I don't want to say lazy, because I think lazy is a disrespectful term to use with
mm-hmm.
game developers. I mean, game developing is it's not something that anyone can do, right?
Right.
So I don't like when people call Game Freak lazy or whatever. But I do feel like they've taken like their freedom on certain things, and they take some things for granted. um, and so I think that scrutiny, that criticism, calling them out for certain things, I think is fair enough. um, but I feel like there's also a lot of misinformation regarding Game Freak and how they run and the Pokemon games. A lot of people are concerned about like this time gap, and they probably didn't spend enough time with the remakes because Legends Arceus is coming out in a few months. It's gonna be trash.
Mm,
But in the reveal, they uh, the reveal, what was it, like a mini presentation. They did mention that the remakes were being handled by a different, um, what's the word, I forgot, a
studio.
different, yeah, studio. And I think it's the creators of the ones that handled Pokemon Home, the app. And so they were in charge of the remakes. So Game Freak, obviously had time to focus on the other game, Legends Arceus. Um, I'm not saying that oh, the quality is going to be amazing for both games, but there's already like some misinformation there, some uh, you know uh, info that people like to forget about or pretend was not there, just to kind of prove their point.
Mm,
Um, so uh, so I mean, I don't know. I'm a little I'm a little worried just because they have a lot to prove at this point, Pokemon, um, and with Arceus and this hype surrounding it, and the open world, and the Breath of the Wild esque uh, direction that they're going in. The hype is there. The expectations are pretty high up there. So I don't know how it's gonna perform, how it's gonna do. So I'm a little worried about that. But I mean, as a Pokemon fan, I am obviously excited that we're getting new games. The box art of the remakes is, I think, one of the best art boxes ever. I think the details in those in the
mm,
Pokemon, the Alga and Palkia, I think it's a very pretty imagery. Um,
huh. Okay.
but um, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm tempering my expectations just because of past past Pokemon games, and I think a lot of Pokemon fans are also tempering their expectations. And it's just kind of waiting to get it to see how it does. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Mm,
I'm I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
cool. Um, Before I hand it over to Luis, if he has anything to say, I did peep the box art, and I guess I'm not like used to the Pokemon aesthetic, but it's kind of like they kind of feel stagnant, like just bright and stagnant, and kind of like not interesting to me. But I'm not a
Hmm.
Pokemon fan, so I guess I don't have the
No,
eye for
and
stuff.
No, and I get where you're coming from. It's very, because I think like the box art went with like a more like animation type of thing. Um, it seems more, and I know what you're saying. The dullness. But I don't know. I like that because it's different from past box arts. It's switching it up a little bit. I mean, obviously, it's not for everyone. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it.
Cool. All right,
Yeah,
Luis.
and
Yeah.
for me, it's pretty straightforward. Eh, I'm just really looking forward to playing Diamond and Pearl again,
Mm,
and see what changes they bring or what additions they bring, if any. But I mean, Diamond and Pearl were the what the maybe the third games that we played after Ruby and Sapphire, and then Fire Red, and then Diamond and Pearl. Um, back in the DS days, and I don't know, it's one of those Pokemon games that I'm attached to. It's one of the first ones that I played, so I'm just really looking forward to playing them again with this new art style. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm.
I know a lot of people do, but to me, it's just I mean, it's just the art style that they wanted to go for, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited for it. Like it's a little like nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
Um, like being able to play that. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yo, I kind of shook my head a little bit. I disagree with I think you said that's what the style that they wanted to go for. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
true. I think they might just have done it because it was the easy way. But I don't know if that's been confirmed or deconfirmed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I mean, who's the developer?
I'm not
What's
sure
the group?
actually.
Uh,
I forgot the name.
yeah.
Should I do a quick Google real quick? Let us
Sure.
see. All right.
They're the developers that worked on Pokemon Home. Ilka,
Oh,
Ilka.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think they're pretty new to like developing their own games. I think they've only worked with like well Pokemon Home, which is like the I think it's like the Pokemon storage system
Mm,
on the Switch. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. This is like their first project that they work on.
I see. I
So
see.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. One question that I have for you guys, the distance between the release dates, are you guys gonna feel saturated with Pokemon, or is that just do the Pokemon company just know their audience and that they'll show up no matter what?
I think I think um, the latter. um, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a thing. I think even the biggest Pokemon fan gets a little saturated sometimes. Um, and so, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a good point. I don't, it's because we don't really know much about both games.
Mm,
Um, for the remakes, they did say that it was a faithful remake to the original. So a lot of people were like confused. Is it gonna be like exactly the same, like no new, um, you know, features like from these like more recent games? Like, will there be like post game? Like, what are they doing? What are they gonna do with this remake? And Pokemon Arceus, like we still don't know anything about that. Is it multiplayer? Is it single player? Um, what how long is the game? So I don't know if it's supposed to be, you know, uh, what is it like? I'm blanking out today. I'm sorry, guys.
no problem.
Um, like not a bonus, but like a compliment to the remix, the Pokemon Arceus. And I know compliment is not the word I'm looking for, but um,
Hmm.
if they go like hand in hand, and like that kind of creates
Oh,
the
okay.
overall experience, or if it's two different Pokemon experiences, two different games. Um, I don't know. For me, I don't think it's gonna be an issue just because Pokemon games I kind of play them, and I don't know. I think 2 months is enough for me to finish the remakes,
Hmm.
and then to move on to the next one. Um, but yeah, I mean that's definitely a good question. I don't know what their strategy is releasing these two games back to back, so close to each other. I don't know what they have in store.
I see. I see. Do you feel similarly, Luis?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. If there's a lot of Pokemon fans are very vocal online, but I feel like they're gonna buy it day one. So it doesn't really matter the
Yeah.
dates they're announced, especially Arceus or Arceus,
Hmm.
Legends Arceus. It's a brand new.
direction they're taking Pokemon in,
Yeah.
and I feel like people are gonna want to try it um, to see how different it is. So
Hmm.
I think it's gonna work out for Nintendo and Game Freak.
Got it. Yeah, that's the one thing I was gonna say is that Arceus has potential
Hmm.
to be something different. All right, so you guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
all right, cool. So next thing I want to mention, Sony charges a fee for crossplay. So it has like certain conditions or whatever, but they're kind of more difficult to work with than other platforms. The details I have are from Rich Stanton from PC Gamer. This surrounds a Borderlands 3 update. So this is what he wrote about, Rich Stanton. The Borderlands 3 update will have crossplay for every platform except on the PlayStation. This is a quote from Randy Pitchford on Twitter. For certification, we have been required by the publisher to remove crossplay support for PlayStation consoles. Stanton writes, this is likely because quote, Sony wants to cut any crossplay title that achieves success, believing this is justified to offset the reduction of revenue. So let me read that again. So this is what he says, quote, Sony wants to cut any crossplay, wants a cut, not to cut. They want a cut of any crossplay title that achieves success because just this is justified to quote offset the reduction of in revenue. So basically, if a crossplay title has success, or for if it has success, then Sony just wants a cut of that success because it's crossplay and not everyone's playing on their platform. Basically, it seems so. That's kind of scummy.
yeah. It
That's
is.
not
It is
cool at
kind of
all.
scummy.
Yeah, and I just wanted to
um,
bring that out because
oh, yeah.
Sony shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I heard about this and yeah, we saw like I think we heard about this because of the Epic and Apple thing, the whole trial that's going on,
Yeah,
and I think they did say that Sony asked for like a cut or like a fee, I guess, for games to be able to implement crossplay in PlayStation platforms. I don't know. Like you said, it's kind of scummy. It's kind of not right. It's very um, anti-consumer.
yeah,
It's sort of like saying, well, if you want to have your game on our platform, you have to pay a certain amount, right,
yeah,
to offset our revenue. Which I don't know. I think it's if people want to play on PlayStation, they're gonna buy their games on PlayStation. Um, I never understood that idea of like, well, we lose customers and such, but yeah, I mean, that I don't think Sony should do that. And I did see a lot of people like calling that out, that it's not right.
nope, yeah.
So I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know if they'll change their policy in the future. I doubt it, but
Yeah, I'm keeping
it
tabs
is
on
what it
Sony,
is.
man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Cause Sony, they start getting the big head, and I don't know. It's gonna be bad for the consumers if they keep going in this direction.
Hmm. And I think it's gonna be bad for them. Like you know, the thing we've seen throughout like their history. When they get like really cocky,
Yeah,
it sort of like backfires on them. So they gotta be careful too, because it's like you know you gotta tread it lightly, because you're gonna mess up.
yeah. I wanted to clear up that I probably got the quotes wrong a little bit. I did interject some things for me paraphrasing, so I should just say that the whole last sentence that I said about this is likely because Sony wants a cut of any crossplay title that achieves success, believing this is justified to offset the reduction in revenue. We'll just say that's a paraphrase because I do not want to put words in other people's mouths. Um, any closing thoughts about this before we move on to the next thing? There is a lot, but we're getting towards the end, so that's good.
No, we're good.
We're good? Okay. All right, so next thing, really quick, Dragon Quest 12 had an announce. Dragon Quest 12 was announced. This is from Luke Riley from IGN. It's the series' 35th anniversary. There are a lot of anniversaries popping off this year. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the game will have a simultaneous worldwide launch, but no release date was given. In addition to that, BlizzCon 2021 has been canceled. This is from Jay Peters from The Verge. There is a global event set for early 2022. In addition to that, Nintendo plans to Nintendo plans an upgraded Switch replacement as soon as September. This is from Takahashi Mochizuki and Debbie Wu from Bloomberg. So this is the quote that they have. The new console, likely to be priced higher than the 299 original, may be announced ahead of the E3 conference to allow publishers to showcase their full range of Switch games at the global event, the people said. It will be sold alongside the 199 Switch Lite, with the standard edition phased out over time. So to summarize, the new console is likely going to be priced higher than 299, and it may be announced before E3. Um, and it's most likely going to be sold alongside the Switch Lite. Standard Switch is going to be probably phased out over time. So, what do you guys think about this news? It's pretty interesting news. Any thoughts?
Yeah. I do have a few thoughts. The Dragon Quest 12 release. I'm glad that they're doing. It seems like they're doing a more like international push now for Dragon Quest. I know it's huge in Japan
Mm-hmm.
and has been for a while. And at least here in the U.S., like it's not as uh, popular. Um, so or as known. And so I think it's really cool that they're slowly but surely kind of expanding. Um, uh, on pushing it in other markets, but yeah, I'm excited about that. It's a game that I think Luis and I are both kind of interested in. Um,
Nice.
and I mean, same thing happened with Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem was pretty big in Japan. Not really a lot of, I don't know, like it wasn't really as popular or as um, uh, advertised in the US. It was kind of like a niche game. Um, and we ended up trying out Three Houses, and we ended up loving it, and have are more open to playing other uh, games in the series. So I mean, I think Dragon Quest is looks like a really good, and it's popular for a reason, right? I mean, it must be good, or not, who knows? But yeah, and as far as the new Switch goes, I mean, I'm excited about that. I mean, it's something that I think a lot of people have been speculating. A lot of people have been hoping for. It's still a little, like trying to temper my expectations just because we haven't heard directly from Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's always been like some outside source. Um, and so, I mean, who knows? I don't know. I hope we do get some sort of reveal. Um, and a lot of people are concerned though that this new Switch is gonna replace the old one, and so people won't be able to play, you know, upcoming games unless it's on the new one, and so a lot of people are concerned about that. A lot of people seem like they're not gonna be too happy if that is the case, just because they're gonna have to buy a much pricier version of a console that they already own just to
Mm-hmm.
be able to play new games.
Yeah,
Um, and so I don't know if Nintendo is planning on doing that.
dude.
That might be the case. I don't know. But yeah. where I'm looking forward to what it brings. And I mean, I hope that whatever new features, whatever new improvements the new version brings justifies the price increase. I think I mentioned it to you guys. Like, I hope the Joy-Con drift, that was a pretty big, huge thing. Um, I think they even took it to court or wanted to. I'm not really sure how that ended up, but class action. But I mean, I think it's definitely something that Nintendo is fully aware of. I hope that they addressed it and fixed it, but we shall see.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it all. Um, and just going back to the Dragon Quest, yeah, I mean, the Dragon Quest franchise, it's a franchise that I've been interested in. I kind of want to get the Dragon Quest 11 and play
Mm.
that. I heard good things about that, but um, it's really exciting to see the new sort well the sort of new direction that they might be taking with Dragon Quest 12. Um, I did check the presentation, the anniversary live stream,
Oh, I did not.
and I think they announced a Dragon Quest 3 remake and
Oh, right, right.
HD 2D, and that's something that really caught my attention. Having played Octopath Traveler and really liking the art style that they use, the HD 2D
Hmm.
engine. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I've heard people say that that's a good entryway to the franchise. It's a third game, um, and it's one of the better ones.
Hmm.
You know, because one and two, they were like pretty early, and I guess they were like finding their ground. And three, I guess it's one of the better games, and it's a good entryway to the franchise. So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully go from there.
Hmm.
Um, you mentioned BlizzCon that it was canceled. I mean, I've heard people say that maybe it's because they don't really have much to show this year, which I kind of believe it, but I don't know for sure. But you know, we'll have to see what they show up like next year. And then for the Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch, you guys were talking about like, or well, the article said that maybe the older version was gonna be phasing out. I think it, it I think it would be like kind of dumb from Nintendo to sort of get rid of that option for people. Maybe they're not gonna what's it called, like if I'm blanking on the word. They're sort of gonna slow down like the production of those Switch, but I don't think they're gonna stop it. Uh,
Mm.
and they're probably gonna focus more on the the newer version of it if it
Right.
comes out. Um, just because I feel like they want to have that cheaper the entry for other people who can't really afford a more expensive console. And even though we do have the Switch Lite there, it's not hybrid. It's not the same thing. So I do think they're gonna. I feel like it will be done for them to sort of like get rid of that cheaper model. Um, but I mean, they like you guys said, they might do it just so as like to sort of like put a focus on the definitive, I guess, or like the better version of the Switch. Um, but yeah, I mean, hopefully, I'm kind of excited to see if they announce anything. Um, there's still a lot of like doubts and questions surrounding this topic, and hopefully soon we'll hear something about like a new Switch or like a revision, or like a pro version of the Switch. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what they do, or like I want to see the difference or like the improvements that they do, and see if if the games run faster or they look smoother.
Right.
It's something that I'm looking forward to, and so hopefully it's true. The whole rumor.
Yeah. Um, for some reason in my head, I was thinking about this. I think it was yesterday. If they're going to phase out the standard Switch, I kind of see it as them kind of wringing the standard Switch dry of all the cash it can like it can pump out,
Hmm.
because like standard Switch, like especially last year, Nintendo was getting a lot of new players in, like people that are into gaming, people that aren't typically into gaming. They're willing to buy that 299 Switch, and the people that have a Switch already and they're going to want the upgraded Switch. Those are people that are really invested in Nintendo's ecosystem. So they're going to be in regardless. But I think that this just adds pressure for consumers potentially to just like go out and get that 299 one before. Um,
Hmm.
it's probably not. It's going to be harder, nearly impossible to get one in your hands. I don't know if that's completely. If I'm missing a little piece of the puzzle, so to speak. But I kind of see it as that if they do it that way. And then Switch Lite is like, you said it wasn't hybrid, which is a big deal. So anybody that
Hmm.
is into gaming is going to probably want the hybrid one, unless they're good with the Lite. But
Yeah, with straight, not handheld.
yeah, but yeah, it's interesting. We do have one more thing to talk about before we go into questions, if we have time for that. You guys ready for this one? It's a big one.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we had a state of play on May 27th for Horizon Forbidden West. Did y'all peep this state of play?
I saw um I saw I saw parts of it. I didn't really fully see it. I didn't know if like I haven't played the first game. I didn't know if I was gonna get spoiled or anything.
Yeah, I
I don't
understand.
think there was. Yeah, I don't think there were any like spoilers or anything like that. But I did go through it. Dude, that game looks amazing. It looks really pretty.
Dude,
You had mentioned it in a group chat. That you were pretty impressed of what you saw,
very.
and I was like, okay, um, I was gonna check it out. I was thinking of checking it out anyways, uh, and I did, and yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they did with that game. Um, like the transition, I think between like cutscene and gameplay, it's almost non-existent. It's crazy. I don't know.
Mm,
Um, and I don't know. It looks very vibrant as well, and I like the the colors that they use. It's very colorful. I think compared to the first game, it's way more. There's more colors in this game,
hmm
and they're using the power of the PlayStation to sort of make those colors pop. Um, and then the details, and I don't know. It looked really really good. And it made me more excited to like go and finally play Horizon.
Same.
The first game. We have it downloaded. Well, actually, I think I bought it for like the Black Friday last year, so we have it there. And I know my little brother or Marcos, our brother, he played it um, already. So I'm thinking of jumping in and playing that or start playing that as well. So I'm ready for whenever this game releases and being able to enjoy it much more.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Doo-doo-doo. Any thoughts on Jose's side? Or did you get to watch it or
I didn't see the actual state of play presentation, um, but I did see like the gameplay that they showed, and yeah, I mean, one of the things that stood out to me was I know it may seem like a small detail, but like the water,
Dude,
like
yes.
it's so real, and I don't know, like it blows my mind that people are able to depict water like that. um, through computers and coding
Yo.
um, but yeah, it's a really pretty game. And honestly, while watching that, I it the first one, it's definitely a game that I want to try out. Like Luis mentioned, our brother downloaded it and on the PS5, and it's available there. And it's definitely a game that that's on my list. Two games that I want to play. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I think it's a really cool game. I did see that the main character, she's able to ride um, those like bird machines. I don't know if you're able to ride machines in the first one,
Yeah, I'm not
um,
sure either.
but I mean that's a nice touch. A lot of people are pointing out the glider that they incorporated. Um, the Breath of the Wild. A lot
Yeah.
of people drew comparisons to Breath of the Wild, um, and I mean I don't know, but yeah, I mean that's really cool too. And yeah, I mean I don't know what else to say other than like it looks like it's a really pretty game. The water is definitely something that like blew my mind, but yeah.
Yeah. Um, saying bird machinations or robots, that probably implies flying. We didn't see flying here, but who's to say, man, if we can like mount a flying
Yeah, I know,
thing.
right? I don't even know if they're birds. I think they had wings, but I'm not sure. I may have
Yeah.
invented
Yeah.
that in my head, but
Your imagination just ran wild looking at the game.
I know
Yeah.
that's how lost my mind was.
Yeah, you guys took a lot of the things that I kind of my sentiments. Uh, this is how you do a sequel. Like you take what the original did well, you improve upon that, iterate on it, and then the stuff that it didn't do too well, you just like blow that out of the park. You just like do your best to make that up to the par of what was so excellent about the original. Like I guess the combat was something that wasn't the melee combat wasn't too great in the original. They showed off the melee combat, and it looks really good. And there's a freaking grapple hook now, so there's more mobility. What else was there? Smoke. Never mind. I'm not gonna say a lot of stuff. I don't want to spoil too much. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a very stellar sequel for Sony, and it makes me excited to play Horizon Zero Dawn 2 as well. The original Horizon Zero Dawn. Man. Oh, straight quick plug. If you want to see my reactions to the state of play, Roll Jump Media on YouTube. It's up there.
Go give us views and subscribe.
Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, so we got a little bit of time left. I thought it would be fun to ask you guys some questions about Nintendo's potential direct they're going to have for E3. We still don't know because they haven't announced exactly what they're doing, but you guys want to do that?
Let's go. Do we know what day Nintendo is doing?
No,
Not yet.
No.
no.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, so this is going to be a broad question, and I know you don't have much to go off of it to give a really accurate answer, but do you think the direct will be middle of the road, uh, highly regarded, like people are going to be impressed, or is it going to be disappointing? Which of the three do you think is going to err on?
Oof. I'm really hoping for it to be what was the second one you mentioned? The uh
Impressed. We'll just say go
impressive.
impressed.
Yeah, yeah,
Impressive.
impressive. I think it's gonna be impressive. I want to believe it's gonna be impressive. I think this is their return, no, to E3, like to have an actual like quote unquote showcase. Um,
Well,
it's not.
um, they've been back at E3 pretty
I mean,
consistently.
yeah. Well, they've done like the Nintendo Directs as well, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think it's I don't know, like with this news about the new Switch. I mean, that's definitely if it's true, if it happens, it's definitely hype. It definitely opens up a lot of possibilities for what they could reveal. Maybe there's some games that um, they've saved up because they've been waiting for the new Switch reveal.
Mm,
Um, so I mean, I think that alone, I mean, every time a studio has like a not a studio, sorry, a new console is being promoted or revealed, um, it always tends to follow or to be followed by exciting um, reveals or announcements, just because they want to make sure that this new console that's they're going to push is going to sell well. So I think there's always like it's always likely that there's going to be a lot of exciting announcements. um, so I don't know. I'm really excited. And I hope that we get some Breath of the Wild news.
yeah. I'd be very shocked if we did not get any Breath of the Wild 2 footage.
Um, for me, I think it's gonna be impressive. Um, and well, I mean that's what I want it to be, I guess, like I just said. But I think they have a lot to show, or they have a lot of like potentially a lot of games that they can tease, or they can give an update on, from Breath of the Wild, which I think they will say something, um, about that Metro Prime 4, or a new, or like a Metroid project. I have a strong feeling that they're gonna say something about Metroid, um, because I mean they have to know, right, that's Metroid is anniversary is this year as well, right?
Of course,
Um,
they should know.
um, and actually, I was looking at Smash. They're doing like a tournament, um, based on like 35th anniversaries, and they have like Metroid, Zelda, Dragon Quest, uh, Kid
Dang.
Icarus, and
Kid Icarus
something
too?
else. And Castlevania, I think.
Jeez.
And I mean, they must be aware, right? So I do think that there has to be something Metro related. Then you have Bayonetta 3. We haven't heard from Bayonetta 3 for like what 4 years already. I think this is a great um, moment for them to show that, or to give an update on that. And then you have like all the other projects that we don't know about, that they could be working on. Maybe some surprises here and there. And then there's a lot of like rumors going around, like I mentioned, like a Metroid project, a 2D Metroid, um,
Mhm.
that could potentially be teased or announced. Then you have like um, the Zelda games. There I've heard rumors that they are well aware of like Zelda, and that they're planning on showing and announcing a lot of things for Zelda, including like the Wii U ports, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Mhm.
I think I've heard rumors about like the DS games as well, getting like some sort of port or something. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if it's the fact that we didn't have an E3 last year, and I'm
Yo.
just happy to have it again. And like I'm telling you, like I think I'm getting too like dangerously hyped for for E3, because I could be like let down, especially by Nintendo.
Mhm.
But I'm really really, I feel like they're gonna you know knock it out of the park. And when they announced that E3 was gonna be back, I remember seeing like a tweet from Bowser, saying that yeah, he was sort of like celebrating the fact that they were back, and that they were gonna be at E3. So I feel like there's a lot of confidence, you know, from Nintendo, from the president of Nintendo of America, to come
Mhm.
out and say, yeah, we'll be there, and exciting to have E3. It's big for the gaming industry, blah blah blah. And I don't know, it's really, I'm confident, and I'm hype, but I feel like I need to chill a little, keep my
Yeah.
keep my expectations in check.
Yeah, I understand that. Shoot, man. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but then I guess something happened in my brain thinking of the possibilities or something. Like I lost it. Uh, um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'll just move on to the next question, I guess. Oh, I was gonna say that, dude. Just like the sheer amount of stuff you had to say, like all the titles and the anniversaries and the everything you were going on about. Like they have so much to choose from, so much to get excited about.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's too much. And then, never mind. We can talk about it
yeah,
like next week or something.
yeah. We're gonna have predictions next week. That's the plan.
Yes.
Um, so a question, since it got brought up, the Switch Pro or the new upgraded Switch, whatever it's going to be called. Do you think that it's going to get announced, and how much will it cost?
Uh to me, I think it will be announced. Like I have uh I don't know. Well, I kind of trust, like the reports.
Hmm.
Eurogamer has reported on it. Bloomberg has reported on it, and then like other sources have reported on it.
Yeah.
I think there is like a revision, and it will make sense if they. To me, I think it there's some sort of like a part of it makes sense to announce it before E3. That way,
Mm.
when they announce, I don't know, Breath of the Wild 2 um or that's any other game, right? They can say, oh, it's coming to Nintendo Switch and the new, I don't know, new Switch Pro or whatever.
It does make
Uh,
sense.
and then like for the third parties, right, to also come out and say, uh, say that this game is coming out for the new Switch or whatever. Um, I was hearing when the Dragon Quest presentation was coming out, right? They didn't really say a lot. I was hearing like comments from like on Twitter and things like that, that they maybe they didn't say what platform some of these games were coming out on. Like for example, Dragon Quest 12, because maybe they wanted to, because they knew that it might be coming for the Switch, like the new Switch,
Mm.
but they couldn't really say that it was coming out for the new Switch. But maybe it's a little far fetched, like that kind of that rumor. But like I said, I think it will make sense to to announce that before E3, and then at E3, like third party, especially like the third party developers, if they're
Yeah.
gonna announce something for the Switch, to announce it there, and sort of like uh, put attention into this new Switch. So I think it's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna be, uh, I want to say 400.
400.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said pre-E3, so you think it's gonna happen before they're showing?
I think it's gonna happen pre-E3.
Yeah.
If not, I think there will be an announcement at E3. But
Okay.
yeah,
Got you.
I think uh, I think it makes more sense to I don't know actually. I was thinking that maybe they would reveal it like during E3, just to bring in that hype factor along with the rest of the announcements. The rest of the announcements would just be like a bonus to this huge announcement. Um, so
Mm.
and I think that's a good strategy to kind of use the hype to kind of promote themselves. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean that might be possible. But again, Luis does bring up a good point about um, third party developers, and the games that they might be bringing into the new console. Um, Nintendo might want to announce the new console, the new improved version, so that third party you know games can be announced, in their respective presentations or whatever, for the new console. So I mean, it could go either way. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the sooner the better, just so that there's confirmation. Um, but we'll see. We shall see. As far as the price point goes, I think I was also thinking $400. Um, I think Nintendo is well aware of um, the competition as well, and I think they always I think that's like their appeal, I guess you could say. It's it's a little uh, cheaper from Xbox
Mm.
and PlayStation. Um, so I don't think they're gonna go crazy and charge $500 for a Nintendo console. I saw a lot of people joking like, I saw this one tweet that said, what is it? Charging 500 $500 for a Nintendo console is a war crime or something like that. And I'm like, I mean, I guess. Um, um, so I mean, take that how you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Nintendo is gonna go crazy and charge that much. But I think 400 seems like a reasonable price that they might kind of lean towards. Um, but again, it also depends on what features, because they
Yeah.
need to justify that price, right?
Yeah.
Um, so that I hope they don't pull like a PS3 review with the price of that. But I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah. So if you were to choose pre-E3 or during the direct, which one do you think more will happen?
I Okay, so I hope for a pre-review,
Uh-huh.
pre-E3 review, but I'm thinking it's gonna be at E3.
Okay,
That's my
got you.
prediction. Hmm.
Got you. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to give my impressions of the last question. I think it's going to be impressive as well. The direct. Um,
That's right. Hype.
just throwing that out there. Throwing that out there. So for me, I going to agree with Luis about the pre E3 thing. I think it's going to be before E3. I was thinking about it, and if they were to announce it, like what would they show to show that the system is doing something impressive with the software that they have? And I think they'll just use Breath of the Wild, the original, as a side by side, maybe as like one of their main things to show the impressiveness of a Switch Pro, as well as like a third party game that they already have, and showing its capabilities that way. So pre E3, I think, and I think it will also cost 400, or yeah, 399. The digital edition of PlayStation is 399, and that doesn't have a way for you to play physical copies, and I'm assuming this one's going to have that way, and then you have the two ways to play. And if previous rumors are correct about the specifications about the Switch, then it's going to call for that 399 price tag, I believe. I think you guys are correct. All right, so we're getting close to 12. Let's go ahead and do one more question. Let's see. Let's see. That could go into our predictions more. Um, are you guys in the mood for a cheeky question?
Sure.
Okay. Um, this is going to take into account all the games that are shown at Nintendo's Direct or prospective Direct that we're thinking they're going to show. How many games included in Nintendo's Direct are going to be T for teen or a higher rating than that?
I think all of them are gonna be M. Just kidding. I
Just
mean,
throw out a number, something that you think. Think
maybe
of
one or two.
think of the
Um,
montages; those count.
I mean, if we do get like maybe some Bayonetta 3 news, that's gonna be up there. That could count as one. Um, that's it. I can't think of anything else. Um,
Metroid
maybe
Prime
Metroid
4.
Prime. Yeah, maybe it's a
Yeah.
little greedier. Um, a little more teen. Uh,
Hmm.
that's two. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Unless they like really reveal something completely unexpected. Um,
Dude, is Xenoblade Chronicles T or is it E?
I'm not sure. I want to say it's T.
Chronicles X.
The original, like the definitive edition. Let's see. Let me see. Definitive edition
I
rating.
think it's T. Yeah, it's T.
That would be 3 if we get like a Xenoblade Chronicle something, most likely.
Imagine 3. Damn.
Bro.
Nah. Oh, damn, dude. Monolith is soft. It's working on something. That's true.
Yeah.
Bro, stop. Stop. I need to,
Well,
I need to chill.
we can't overhype this week. We have next week. We need to do things next week.
Yes.
Okay,
Y'all need to
okay.
stop.
Yeah.
It's a war crime. That's kidding.
It's a war
Fire
crime.
Emblem. Fire Emblem
Fire Emblem
could
2.
Oh my gosh. Nintendo, dude. If Nintendo drops the ball here,
Eh,
then I don't know what to say.
yeah.
watch us only get Splatoon 3 and let Breath of the Wild being pushed back again.
No, no Zelda news or anything.
No,
Um.
no.
Okay, I think it's gonna be about 6.
Oh, I was thinking of 6. That's a good guess.
Hmm. I think you have like Metro Prime, um, or any Metroid. I don't know if they would announce like the two Metroid things, like Metroid
Mm,
2D and Metroid Prime. So I'll just go with one. So let's just say like Metroid.
okay.
Bayonetta. I think we have to see Bayonetta. Um, they're probably gonna show off what's it called? No More Heroes. 3. Um, even that game's coming out in August, so like maybe they just give like a quick shout out, like a reminder, maybe.
All
Uh,
right.
what else? You guys talked about like the Xenoblade, like a possible like monolith soft thing. So maybe that. Um, what else? I was thinking of something else, and I kind of forgot already. Um, oh, I was Twilight Princess teen.
Twilight Princess. Oh, ooh, interesting. I don't think so.
No.
Let me see. Twilight Princess
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't.
rating. What is it called? Parental rating? I forget what it's called.
The ESRB.
Oh, ESRB or ESRB. That's it.
Yeah, it is. It was T.
It was
It was
T?
teen.
No
Ooh.
joke.
So yeah, so if they announce like a port, it's probably gonna be. I mean, it's it's teen. So that was
Wow.
another one that I was thinking about.
Okay.
Fun
Okay.
fact: Twilight Princess apparently is the only Zelda game that's been rated T out of all,
Hmm.
That's
They
why
went
it's
for
and
the
it worked.
edgy dark
that's why it's the goat.
look.
Debatable. Anyways,
Ocarina of Time, can't forget.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. You got a source on that, Jose? You just Googled it?
yeah, I just googled Twilight Princess ESRB.
Oh, okay, for sure. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, so what's your number? 6 still?
Yeah, it's 6. And I was thinking of another one, but I kind of like blanked out.
Okay. Um, I don't want to one up you and say 7, so I'm gonna go ahead and go 8. So if it's 7, then we both share a partial victory.
Mhm. How many do you say, Jose?
Mm, I'm gonna go with 4,
Okay.
but I'm probably far off. Hopefully, I'm off. I want to be wrong.
Okay. I'm gonna count the montages, y'all. It's not just gonna be the big
Oh,
one.
okay, okay, never mind then.
If you
I'll
want to
go with.
revise,
I mean, I'll go with 10, just
okay.
so that it's 2 apart each.
Okay, sure. You're gonna stick with your 6, Luis?
Yes, I'm gonna stick with 6.
Okay. 6, 8, 10. All right, that'll be the last question because it's nearing the time we have to end the podcast. But do not worry, we're gonna have a lot more hype coming up next week. So we have been Roll Jump Media. We are a video game website slash brand. I need to get that right. That we come over, we go over games news. We do streams. We also wow, I'm really messing this up today. We're also on social media, and so we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Might have missed one, but as long as you type in Roll Jump Media and your preferred social media, hopefully we show up. And if you would like to follow us, uh, please do so. We would like to grow our community and have you guys with us as we discuss video games. Thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody. And before we sign off, do my co hosts have anything to say to our audience?
Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys start getting hype. Yes, thank you for listening. Keep playing Monster Hunter. Rise. No.
All right, cool. Thank you guys. Thank you to my co hosts. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.